Hi guys, I'm here with your Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today we are going to be reading Revelation chapter 14. We'll be talking about the Lamb and the 144,000 and the three angels. Also harvesting the earth and trampling the winepress. Then we'll be reading one of the sad prayers of David, which is Psalm 142. And then we have 3 Proverbs today in Proverbs chapter 30. The 144,000 will be the people on the earth that will have the name of the Lord written on their foreheads at the end of the world, remember? So, hope you can see my little bird Christmas pin. I'll put it up there for decoration for you guys. Alright, so we will be reading in the New International Version if you guys would like to follow along with me. So let's go ahead and get started. Then I looked, and there before me was the Lamb, which is Jesus, standing on Mount Zion. Remember, I told you how much God, the Lord, loves Zion. And with him, 144,000 who had his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a sound from heaven like the roar of rushing waters, and like a loud peal of thunder. The sound I heard was like that of harpists playing their harps. And they sang a new song before the throne, and before the 4 living creatures and the elders. No one could learn the song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. These are those who did not defile themselves with women, for they remained virgins. They follow the Lamb wherever he goes. They were purchased from among mankind and offered as first fruits to God and the Lamb. No lie was found in their mouths. They are blameless. Then I saw another angel flying in midair, and he had the eternal gospel to proclaim to those who live on the earth, to every nation, tribe, language, and people. He said in a loud voice, "Fear God and give him glory, because the hour of his judgment has come. Worship him who made the heavens, the earth, the sea, and the springs of water." A second angel followed and said, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great, which made all the nations drink the maddening wine of her adulteries." A third angel followed them and said in a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast and its image and receives its mark on their foreheads or on their hand," remember the beast's number, Satan's number, the devil's number, 666, "they too will drink the wine of God's fury, which has been poured full strength into the cup of his wrath. They will be tormented with burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and of the Lamb," who is Jesus. "And the smoke of their torment will rise forever and ever. There will be no rest day or night for those who worship the beast and its image, or for anyone who receives the mark of its name. This calls for patient endurance on the part of the people of God who keep his commands and remain faithful to Jesus. Then I heard a voice from heaven say, "Write this: Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on." Yes, says the Spirit, they will rest from their labor, for their deeds will follow them. It's like, blessed are the people who are saved, who know the Lord, and who die before the end of the world happens. You don't want to kill yourself, of course, to make that happen. You want to go when, God says your work is done and he chooses for you to go, when God takes you out of this world. Blessed are those people who do that and are saved and go before the end of the earth, before the end of the world comes, so they don't have to see this and go through it, and see their loved ones go through this. They are already in heaven. They don't have to worry about going through all this. Okay. That's why it says, "Write this: Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on." Yes, says the Spirit, they will rest from their labor, for their deeds will follow them. I looked, and there before me was a white cloud, and seated on the cloud was one like a son of man, with a crown of gold on his head, and a sharp sickle in his hand. Then another angel came out of the temple and called in a loud voice to him who was sitting on the cloud, "Take your sickle and reap, because the time to reap has come. For the harvest of the earth is ripe." So he who was seated on the cloud swung his sickle over the earth, and the earth was harvested. Another angel came out of the temple in heaven, and he too had a sharp sickle. Still another angel, who had charge of the fire, came from the altar and called in a loud voice to him who had the sharp sickle, "Take your sharp sickle and gather the clusters of grapes from the earth's vine, because its grapes are ripe." The angel swung his sickle on the earth, gathered its grapes, and threw them into the great winepress of God's wrath. They were trampled in the winepress outside the city, and blood flowed out of the press, rising as high as the horses' bridles, for a distance of 1,600 stadia. Alright guys, and that's where we are going to stop with Revelations today. That was Revelation chapter 14. And our psalm today is Psalm 142, a maskil of David when he was in the cave, a prayer. This is when David was hiding and was really brokenhearted. He was praying to the Lord. His heart was really heavy. You'll see. It's a much sadder prayer. A much sadder Psalm of David. Psalm 142. I cry aloud to the Lord. I lift up my voice to the Lord for mercy. I pour out before him my complaint. Before him I tell my trouble. When my spirit grows faint within me, it is you who watch over my way. In the path where I walk, people have hidden a snare for me. Look and see, there is no one at my right hand. No one is concerned for me. I have no refuge. No one cares for my life. I cry to you, Lord. I say you are my refuge, my portion in the land of the living. Listen to my cry, for I am in desperate need. Rescue me from those who pursue me, for they are too strong for me. Set me free from my prison, that I may praise your name. Then the righteous will gather about me because of your goodness to me. And that was a maskil of David when he was in the cave, a prayer, Psalm 142. And now our Proverbs is, I must say it was another beautiful psalm, prayer of David, but a sad one, of course. David was really brokenhearted at the time. And of course in need of God's help, which he got. God, always protected David. And David was always faithful to God, so. Proverbs chapter 30, verses 21, 22, and 23. Under 3 things the earth trembles. Under 4 it cannot bear up. A servant who becomes king. A godless fool who gets plenty to eat. A contemptible woman who gets married. And a servant who displaces her mistress. Alright guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.